Hey guys, so welcome to this video on the between operator in T-SQL, Transact-SQL or SQL Server, depending on how you refer to the subdomain. So basically, let's jump right in. So basically, the between operator allows you to select values within a given range. So these values can be numbers, texts, or dates. But you can normally, when you use a where condition, you have to specify a concrete match or a concrete condition that your column data equals to, but or is greater than or less than. But using the between operator, you can specify a range of values and a higher and a lower end. And if the data in the table comes between the higher or lower value, then it matches and the data is returned. So you can filter data based on a range of value. And an important thing to note is that the between operator is inclusive. So basically, the beginning and end values you specify, that is, it'll become clear when you look at the syntax. Those values are included, so it's an inclusive operation. So that's the syntax we've got here. You've got to select column name from table name, and then you do a where, specify the column name that you want to filter the data on, and then you write the between keyword, and then you do a value 1 and value 2. So value 1 and value 2 are the higher and lower limits of the range between which you want to specify the data. And it's important to know that value 1 and value 2 will be included, because between is an inclusive operator, as I mentioned before. So let's dive into the demo and set up the environment. So I'm using Azure Data Studio because I'm on a Mac, and that's the tool you need for SQL Server on a Mac. If you're on Windows, you can use SQL Server Management Studio. I've got installation guides for both of those based on which OS you are using. I'll link to them in the description. And apart from that, I'll also link to a GitHub repository in the description, which has two files. One is a table setup file and one is a demo file. The table setup file has all the sample data that I'm using for this demo, so you can follow along. You can basically just copy this and paste it in your SQL tool, run the query, and then you should have the same data as me, so you can follow along. And then I've got the demo file, which is basically just the queries that I'm showing you in the demo written down, so you can copy and paste them if you're getting some syntax errors. So let's dive in. So jumping into a basic use case of this between operator. So I've just run the sample data to show you what it's like. We've got ID, first name, last name, email, gender, IP address, age, country, credit card, currency. So I think it would make the most sense to show you this operator with age first, because it's a number and that would make more sense in the beginning. So what we can do with the between operator is we can specify a where command and give a range of ages that we want to return. So basically we can return all the people in this table whose ages fall between a certain range. So let's do 20 and 55 years old. So let's just see how that's written. So you can do select star from table name, which is sample data in this case, where age, which is the call name that we want to filter, where age between 20 and 55. So semicolon and run. So as you can see, if you look at the age column, we've got only people who are within those ranges present here. And it's important to see that we've got people who are 20 years old, which shows you, and 55 years old, which shows you that it's an inclusive operator. And hence the higher and lower limits that you specified will be included in this name. And also to notice that this can be done with text and dates as well. So I'll just show you one example with text. Select stuff from sample data, where I can do that with first name, between, and we want to specify maybe Abraham, which because it's got an A and a B, so it'll basically get most it'll be almost the first name, Abraham and George. So everybody alphabetically between these two names should be returned. So let's run. yeah, so you can see we've got people starting with D, C, D, B, F, A, and basically just people between these two names, Abraham and George, based on the alphabetical order. So yeah, and that's how we use it with the text. And you need to specify single quotes because these are text or character values. And apart from that, another aspect is using the not keyword with the between operator. So just like in the in operator that we had seen in the previous video, you can specify the not operator. So not between 20 and 50, and you get everybody who's not between that range. Oh, sorry, I have run all the commands in this notebook, so I'll just run that one. So now when you look at the results, we've got everybody who's outside that range of 20 and 50, and people who are exactly 20 and 55 years old won't be included because they are included in the inverse data set, which is without the not operator they are included. So when you use the not operator, they are not included. So that's a little bit about the between operator. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and to our channel. Thank you.